My dear, I know deep in my heart that you love me. I have seen it in your eyes before you cannot still see it now. It's not a flirting moment of our emotions of weakness. Your love for me is real. I have always known that you care for me deeply. Even when you struggle to understand or express it, from the very beginning, I seen that there was something about me that intrigued you. Something that stirred your soul in a way you did not quite know how to handle. You have always been fascinated by the intensity of my feelings for you. A time and time again you asked me where I loved you so much, why I was willing to hold on so tightly, even when things seemed so uncertain. The truth is, my love was never one sided. You loved me too. Maybe not in a way you could put into words back when, but the feelings were there. You just had not realized it yet. And so I waited. There was a time when I could pray with all my heart for the universe to help you recognize what you truly felt for me. My heart believed in your love, even when your actions did not align with it. It believed so deeply that if often ached, knowing you were unaware of what lived inside you. I carried that pain in silence, hoping that one day your heart could catch up to what mean already in you. But as the time passed, that hope began to fade, started to accept reality, to release the desperate need for clarity or validation. I stopped clinging to the idea for us. I told myself that if we were meant to be together, the universe would find a way to make it happen without force, without beginning, without me losing myself in the process. Slowly I surrendered. I let go of the chase and started to rediscover my own joy. I began focusing on my life, finding happiness in the ordinary sunsets, laughter with friends, quiet mornings and peaceful nights. I stopped waiting. I stopped praying for your love to awaken. I stopped trying to convince you, and yet even in the silence, the connection between us reminded. It was so strong, so deeply rooted that I could still feel you. I could sense your emotions, especially your sadness, even when you were not speaking. But I chose to stay strong. I chose not to reach out, not to fall back into old partners. I had to protect my heart. I had to honor the healing I had fought so hard for. And as I grew stronger, you began to feel the weight of everything you had buried. You started to realize something was missing. You reached out unsure, confused, perhaps a little afraid. But even when you did not fully understand what you felt for me, and so I kept my distance. I could not afford to break all over again. I focused instead on myself, on healing, on rebuilding. I work on becoming whole again. Meanwhile, you were on your own journey. You faced your own struggle, your own weakening. It was not easy for you, and I know that now. But in the way the distance between us was a blessing. I gave us bond the space we needed to grow. You finally began to uncover the truth of what had always been in your heart. And I began to realize my warmth. The love I deserved, not just the love I was willing to give. Now things are different. Now this connection between us is balanced. There's no more chasing, no more running. We are no longer two people lost in our emotions, unsure of what we want or now to give it. We have growth, we have matured. I have become more grounded, more practical. I have learned not to lose myself in love, but to find strength in it. And you have softened. You have allowed yourself to feel, to be valuable, to open your heart in a way you never did before. At long last, we are on the same page. We had to walk together far to get here. We had to endure heartbreak, confusion and silence. But every step, every tear, every moment of loneliness led us to this place. And now it all makes sense. It was all warmth, because this, what we have now, is real. It is natural, it's love in this purest form. Not despaired, not demanding, but steady, honest, and true. Love you not because I am hoping for everything is return. Not because I need you to complete me, but because loving you is part of who I am. And finally, I know with certainty that you love me too. I'm truly sorry, more than words can really express. Please know that I never want to diminish or regard the feelings you have for me. Hurting you was never my intention, nor was breaking your heart. I understand how painful and frightening it is to open up emotionally, to bear your availability to someone who may or may not feel the same. I have been exactly where you are now, and I know just how heavy that emotional weight can be. I remember the ache, the longing, the confusion, and the hope that somehow things would fall into place. I don't take your honesty and granted. I take courses to confuse something so deeply personally. And I respect you immensely for doing so. There was a time when I longed for this moment. You know, I dreamed of hearing you say the word always wished for. I literally pray to be with you. I imagined us together building a future, supporting each other together life. You meant so much to me back then. You were everything. But sweetheart, as heartbreaking as it is to say this, you are too late. Time has passed and with it, so have those hopes. The person I used to be, the one who waited, who hoped, who loved you silently and patiently is no longer here the same way. For so long I waited for you to feel the same, to see me the way I see you. I kept hoping that something would change, that one day you did look at me and finally understand what I felt so deeply. But that day never come. You gave me no sign, not encouragement. In fact, you often make it clear that you did not feel anything for me beyond friendship. I held on for as long as I could. But every time you said those words, it chipped away at my hope. Eventually, I had to accept what I was hearing and let go. I could not keep waiting endlessly. I had to make a choice. And for the first time, I chose myself. I still care about you genuine. I still hold a deep respect for who you are and what you mean to me. In same quiet distance way, I still love you. But the truth is I am not in love with you anymore. That part of me so raw and so devoted has healed. The love I once cared so fiercely for you has often. It's no longer a burning desire. A chapter I have closed with bond, pain, and peace. Where I am now in life is a place I have worked hard to reach. I'm finally happy, truly happy. And that happiness does not come easily. It took months, years, even of emotional struggle, growth and reflection. I had to unlearn many times. I had to stop believing that I needed someone else to completely me. I had to understand what it meant to love myself, to value my own needs, to recognize my warmth without looking for internally validation. You see, I used to make you the center of my world. Every goal, every dream, every moment of joy, I tied it all to you. And when I finally come to terms with the fact that you did not return those feelings, it broken me. It shattered me, but in that brokenness, I found clarity. I learned who was outside of me. I learned what I deserve. Love is that mature, sudden and present, not delayed or conditional. I become someone stronger, wiser and more in tune with what I need to deserve. And I love this version of myself. I don't want to go back to who I was. Naive, insecure, endlessly waiting for signs that never come. That girl needed love so badly that she forgot to love herself first. So yes, hearing how you feel now stirs everything in me. I did not be lied if I say it did not touch a part of me that once hoped for exactly this. And in the way, I am happy to know that you care. But there's another part of me, a bigger, stronger part, that is afraid of going back to a version of life where I lost myself again. Afraid of stepping into a darkness that I worked so hard to climb out of. I can't go back there, I would. I hope we can remain friends. That's sometimes I'm open to. Sometimes I believe we can still share with a meaningful way. But that's the limit of what I can offer. I have to choose myself again, just like I did before. I have found peace and I intend to hold on to it. I don't want to be a fool in love again, especially not with someone who took too long to see my warmth. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you find love, happiness, and everything as your heart desires. There are no hard feelings, only understanding, closure, and acceptance. understand that I'm not ready. And more importantly, I'm no longer willing to be with you. That chapter has ended and I'm finally okay with that.